Welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. Join us for the latest in news, views, and conversation with community leaders. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well-Dressed Walrus, and Spokane Firefighters Local 29. Now, put your finger on the Pulse of Spokane.
Welcome to September. In fact, it's September 3rd. I don't know what happened, but our summer is gone and we're here for fall, which means a lot of fun things are going to happen. So I hope you'll stay tuned. It's my first day back in the Pulse host seat since about the second week or so of May. We've had a couple of kids doing it. Colin, who is off to TCU in his second year, and Brady, who is starts class today at DePaul University in Chicago. So the old guy is drafted, and he's back at the chair. Kate Hudson from Visit Spokane is going to talk about all the great things going on in the Spokane area. And then Miranda Reed and Brian Newberry are here from Girl Scouts to talk about fall enrollment time. Next on the Pulse of Spokane.
Here at Creative Music Learning Center, we are dedicated to your learning no matter where you are on your journey. Whether you are a beginner, a casual player, or need some brushing up on technique, we are here for you. When you begin lessons with us, our teachers take the time to understand what kind of learner you are and how we can help you further your knowledge, offering a variety of instruments including piano, guitar, voice, violin, and more. We are here and ready to get started with you. The economy is getting stronger, banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com.
Well, welcome back. Good to have you, Kate Hudson. Thanks. Our Kate Hudson, our yes. Spokane Kate Hudson.
Yes.
You haven't had to put up with me for a couple months, have you?
I know. I'm so glad you're back, though. Colin was wonderful, but it's nice to have you back.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'll pay you afterwards for saying that. No, I'm kidding. Hey, summer is a great time. We just finished Pig Out in the park at Riverfront Park and so forth, but that's not the end of everything, because there's still a lot to go and we start to move into fall. Mm-hmm. What's going on? Something special this week.
Oh, well, I'm really excited about this week. It's the Pavilion grand opening in Riverfront Park.
Yes.
So they're having a 2-day extravaganza starting Friday and then all day and into the evening on Saturday.
Wow.
So it's going to be really wonderful. The Spokane Symphony is going to be performing. We've got food. We've got a little run, a foam run. Yes, he is in town.
Yes.
Yeah, so he is
the
really excited.
First time, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's going to be the first concert in the pavilion, so it's going to be wonderful. And they're going to do a light show, the last song on each band that plays in the evening. So it's going to be fun. I'm really excited about it. I'll be there Friday.
Okay.
They're doing the ribbon cutting on Friday, and then it's going to be one big party all weekend long.
What time should people show up?
I'm going to say 5.
5 o'clock,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, wander around down there. And it's also First Friday, which I also have on this list.
Yes.
So you could make it a twofer. You could go out Friday, go enjoy all things local arts and music, and then wander down to the park and just take a peek. Even if you're just there for 15 minutes, go take a peek at the inside of it, because it's beautiful.
Absolutely. I keep wanting to get inside as I drive underneath and everything else, and we can't really get close yet, can we?
No. I got a little sneak peek a couple weeks ago.
Oh, sure. And you took pictures and sent them to me?
I put them on Twitter.
Oh.
If you follow me on Twitter, you can see them.
I follow you on Twitter, but usually it's about Davis or something else. One of your kids.
One of my woes at home.
Yeah, didn't you have one of them with a meltdown this weekend?
You know that scene in Home Alone when Kevin McCallister at the beginning says, everybody in this family hates me.
Yeah.
We had one of those. It was epic.
Was he doing a good impression?
I don't think he's ever seen the movie. He's only 5.
So he did it on his own?
Yeah, he did it on his own.
Oh, okay.
It took all my strength not to laugh, so... Anyway.
So First Friday. What time do the First Friday activities start?
Usually in the evening.
Okay.
5 p.m.
So the 5 p.m. to be downtown would be the time to catch it all, right?
Get done with work, wander down.
Right.
So I highly recommend.
And then there's someone else coming
Yes.
to town.
We have Jeff
and he's
Dunham.
no dummy.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
And he is the puppet master.
Yes.
He will be doing a show at Northern Quest Resort and Casino on September 7th.
Right.
So that is Saturday.
I hear nothing, and my wife, in fact, I've recorded a couple of his specials
Mm-hmm.
and so forth because my wife loves them. Just, you know,
People love him.
Yeah.
He's funny, and he's very talented.
you're very talented.
you know.
And he makes his own puppets and designs them and all that.
That's pretty
too.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Wish
he's
I had
doing one
just
show.
part of that talent, right?
I know.
Right.
He's doing one show. There are tickets still available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also have
Spokefest.
Spokefest. There you
Okay.
go.
I
Third
just
time's a charm.
had it in the wrong spot on my bifocals, kid. Okay.
September 8th. You know,
Yeah.
you put this in really big font. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I know. But was at the bottom of the page. You'd think I would see it.
Kendall Yards,
Yes.
Spokefest. It's a fun, family-friendly biking event that you can enjoy.
Okay.
And they make it easy for people who maybe aren't as into biking, but then they also have some more difficult level bike routes to
So
take. So
that's on what day?
Sunday,
Sunday.
September
okay.
8th.
Okay. What time?
So it starts in the morning. I don't have it here, but you have to register if you want to do it.
Well,
so
then you would
gotta
find
go.
out when you
yes,
register.
you have to go to their website. But it starts in the morning
Okay.
before it gets too hot.
Okay. Something that's been a tradition
Yes.
for longer than you've been alive.
And probably longer than you've been alive.
Yeah, probably.
Which is a while.
a very, very long time. The Spokane County Interstate Fair.
Yes,
Okay.
you got it.
All right.
It starts
Other
on Friday.
than elephant ears, what's going on?
Oh gosh, you've got the rides, you've got all the livestock, which is my highlight. I love the livestock and the racing pigs.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
You must have loved it the year they called it Oink Oink or something.
Yeah. It's peas and carrots or something this
Yeah.
year of the Caribbean. Peas and carrots of the I don't know, but it looks like fun, and of course it's always a fan favorite here in Spokane.
Yeah.
And it runs through the 15th, so you have time to go see it.
I think they did say this year they're charging for parking, though.
Yes, I believe
Yes.
you are correct.
Yeah. So
But-
be prepared to have a few extra dollars with you or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Welcome.
of course the rides are always fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you take your kids there?
I do.
Or
They
they
like to look
take
at
you.
the animals.
Yeah.
They take me. They like to look at the animals.
Did they get you to ride on any of the rides?
Well, you know what? They've been too young so far to ride the rides,
Oh,
so we look at the livestock.
Oh, okay.
And they're adorable,
Yeah.
the livestock and the kids.
Okay. The Spokane Jazz Orchestra is
Yes.
kicking off the season,
Yep,
aren't
they're
they?
back. They have a season just like the Spokane Symphony, who kicked off their season
Right.
with their free Labor Day concerts. The Spokane Jazz Orchestra is featuring the Great Women of Song, and that is September 14th at the Bing Theater. So the Bing Theater is beautiful, it's intimate, and if you've never seen the Spokane Jazz Orchestra, they're wonderful.
Yeah, good
Very
group, good
talented.
group.
Definitely get you swinging and toe tapping.
Good.
So yeah, highly
And,
recommend
okay, the next one says Diana Krall.
that. We need to make some bigger font on this.
Yes. Did I get it right?
You did, Diana
Yeah.
Krall.
16 point is not big enough, okay?
I think we
Remember
need
that,
21,
Kent.
Kent. September 16th, First Interstate Center for the Arts. She's doing a show. Tickets almost sold out. So if you were very
Oh.
interested in this, you need to go buy your tickets now.
Okay.
Yes.
And we don't know the cost, but we can find out by
Yes.
going online.
Absolutely.
And where should they always go to get good information?
Well, this is where I would plug VisitSpokane.com.
Yeah,
And click on
exactly.
the events tab or search
You
Diana
read my
Krall.
mind.
Yes.
It's so simple to read. So,
I know.
yeah. Oh, you didn't have to agree so fast. Gee, you could have paused at least, right? Colin, where are you when I need you? Okay. Oh, craft beer.
Yes, this is one of my personal favorites. It's the Inland Northwest Craft
I
Beer
would have
Festival.
guessed that.
It's the weekend of September 20th and
Okay.
September 21st at Avista Stadium. So once
Okay.
the fair clears out, it's all about the beer.
Yes.
For 2 days.
Good.
You can try it. You get your admission. It gets you glass, and then you get 4-ounce tastes.
okay.
And you get 8 4-ounce tastes. And there's over 40 craft breweries pouring 150
Now, how do they know
types.
you get 8? Do they mark the glass
You
or
get
something?
your little coins.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that you
okay.
can give them. And you get your tastes. And it's a fun event, and it's in a great location, and hopefully the weather will be
Now,
nice.
will we see you and Tom there?
Probably.
Probably. Okay.
I like the craft beer.
Do you?
I'm a beer girl.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll probably be there.
Okay.
Will I see you?
Probably not. I'm not a beer person. Actually, I'm not. In fact,
Yeah?
I can't stand the smell.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that
that's
kind
not
of
good.
deters me a little bit
Yeah.
from, big beer
Okay,
things.
well, I'll have your portion for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're so kind to
Yeah.
think of that.
Very noble.
Okay. All right. Valley Fest.
Yep.
Gosh, this is what, 40th year?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while, and it's a wonderful celebration in Spokane Valley.
Yes.
It goes also the weekend of September 20th, so September 20th through the 22nd. And they have so many fun events there. They have drone races, they have the parade, they have the pancake breakfast, and robotics and cars and all sorts of fun things. And it's at Mirabou Park.
Yeah.
There by Center Place.
I know the place. I was one of the 8 trustees to
Oh,
help
wonderful.
build that. And it was
Yeah.
so nice that when they said they wanted to come and do it there, because
Yeah.
the venue was just perfect. There was so much space to do everything. And
Yes, it's perfect.
So forth, so.
And it's a great family-friendly event, so you
Absolutely.
can bring your kids and
Yeah.
take part in whatever you want.
Oktoberfest, but it's
Yes.
not in October.
I know.
What did
It's
you do? Is
September
that a
27th.
misprint?
No, no,
Oh, okay.
nope. It's not. September 27th through the 29th.
And where would that be?
That's at Center Place Regional Event Center, same
okay.
place as Valley Fest.
So just stay there
It's
the
just going to
week
segue in right into the beer and brats. And of course, the wiener dog races, which are my personal favorite.
Okay.
Wiener dogs make everything
There's
better.
a trend here with you, isn't there?
I'm really on a beer kick.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
September and October are about beer.
Yeah, all right. Well, again, where can people get good information about all these and other events?
Yes.
Because you only bring the highlights.
I bring the
And-
highlights.
And it's
Yeah.
tough probably narrowing it down, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of great stuff going on always.
Yeah.
And when I map out the month and I pull up our calendar and look at it, there were over 400 events listed.
Oh, are you
And some
kidding
of
me?
those are repeats, but for
Right,
the most
right.
part, we've got hundreds of events for you to choose from. Some are free, some are not, but you
But
can
almost
find anything.
always not very expensive, even if there's a charge for it.
I know,
It's
that's
not.
the beauty
It's
of
really
Spokane.
reasonable.
Right. It's
know?
the beauty of Spokane.
Yeah, it is.
Everything's affordable still.
Don't tell anybody else.
I know. Well, unfortunately, my job is telling everyone to come
Well,
here.
all right.
So I am sorry. I
Okay.
apologize for
Yeah.
the traffic on I-90
Yeah.
because it's happening. But yeah, we have a lot of neat things going on, and
Yeah.
you can find anything that you could possibly want.
Well, thank you for you and all the people at Visit Spokane.
absolutely.
Because the dollars that it brings in saves all of us. I'm trying to think back to the last numbers. It was close to $500 a year on our property taxes.
It's $1,000 a year in
Is it
tax
now?
relief per household. Yes.
Wow.
For everyone
okay.
in Spokane County.
And they don't,
Yes.
and the visitors don't have the impact on schools and the other resources and
Right.
so forth. So people coming to town help provide jobs and help
Yes.
pay our taxes. So it's a good thing.
Yes.
And honestly, we probably would not have some of the venues we have around town if we didn't have visitors coming.
Even some of the restaurants that we have.
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
thanks in
exactly.
part to the visitors who come
Yeah.
to the area for conventions and meetings and just for leisure travel.
Yeah.
It's a $1.3 billion business for Spokane.
Wow. What kind of cut do you get? No.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah,
'cause
no
it's
kidding.
not enough.
I hear you. All right. Kate, thank you. Always a pleasure.
Yes.
I'll make the font larger next time. Okay.
It's mostly for you, not
It
me.
is. No, it is for me.
Because
It
I'm
is
not
for me.
I'm not quite to 21 point
We're gonna.
font yet.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Well, this is Loomsday in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Bloomsday.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Bloomsday wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
I'm Nikki Butler, and I'm a regional manager for STCU. My lunch buddy is Nicole.
I'm Brandy Schloss. I'm a regional manager at STCU. My lunch buddy is Angelina. She's grown up with me. I've grown up with her. To see her graduate will be a lot of fun.
Brandy and I have been lunch buddies since the girls were in 2nd grade. It's great that STCU provides me with the opportunity to be part of Reach for the Future. We are committed to the children. We're committed to our community. I'm Nikki.
I'm Brandy.
And STCU is here for good.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. Here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
Well, welcome back to the Pulse of Spokane. It's the 3rd day of September, and we have a couple of special guests here today. I'm going to start with Miranda Reed, who has been on the program a couple of times. You've been featured in our Youth Spotlight program, and you're just all over the place. You graduated from Meade High School, and you're going to what university this fall?
Eastern Washington University.
All right. And then Brian Newberry, and you're with Girl Scouts. You're the, what, executive director, CEO?
CEO.
Yeah. The buck stops here.
The buck stops here.
Yeah, right. Former commander
of the
at
92nd.
Fairchild Air Force Base. Yes, yeah.
Yep.
It's good. You know, we have so many of the, not only the commanders and others, but from Fairchild that come to this community and decide it's not a bad place to have a family and so forth. And you've got a son who just, what did he qualify for?
He just finished up pilot training for our world's greatest Air Force, and he's right now going and training in Altus, Oklahoma for the C-17. But speaking of our Air Force in the great Spokane here, we've got a huge exercise going on over the next couple of weeks called Mobility Guardian, and so the people are going to see a lot more airmen here in the community.
Good.
All the hotel rooms are booked, all the rental cars are taken, so the economy is going to feel a plus.
Nice.
But the big thing is it's going to prepare not only us, but also our coalition allies, the ability to work together to be able to conduct combat operations. So
we've always got to be ready.
Yep, so Spokane continues to serve its military in so many ways.
Yes. Miranda, you came in a couple minutes early today to talk with me because I asked you to do something this year. You've been a guest on Youth Spotlight. Your parents' company and your family company sponsor Youth Spotlight. So it only seems natural that you be the Youth Spotlight host this year. And what did you tell me?
I said that I could do it.
All right. Yay. So we have a former Meade student, an Eastern Washington freshman this year. Are you just ready for all that?
Oh yeah,
and you
really
move
excited.
into your place out there, what, in another week or two?
About 2 weeks, yeah.
About 2 weeks? No way.
She's also a part-time employee for Girl Scouts.
Yes.
You're beating me to the punch, guy. By the way, she beat us to the punch here too, because let me hold this up in front of my face, that would be best, because here we are a couple weeks ago, you wake up to the Spokesman Review, and whose mug is that, huh?
That's me.
Yeah, nice story, nice
Thank
story.
you.
What were you doing?
In that picture, we were delivering cookies to the military.
Yes.
Cookies that were donated by the community, Girl Scout cookies, to be donated to different military members, and that one was out at Clear Lake.
Yeah. And you tell the story of receiving cookies.
I do. I tell it in there, and I also have told it many times. And I just was over in Kyrgyzstan, Manas, Kyrgyzstan in 2012. It was in the December timeframe of actually 2011, right before Christmas, feeling sorry for myself. And actually, Lewis and Clark Sr. actually sent me over a box of Thin Mints.
Oh,
and it really kicked me up. And I told that story to these Girl Scouts, and they, across our great Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho plains, they ended up going and getting getting $24,000 of donations, whether it be just asking, having red, white, and blue booths, you name it. These girls went out and they supported our military, and that was one of many drops. We just had another drop of 4,000 cookies this Monday following when Miranda was out to Fairchild Air Force Base, and those cookies are pre-positioned to go overseas. We've already sent 9,000 overseas to our airmen and our troops. And so to everyone out there listening, thank you for being a red, white, and blue community, because you do love your airmen, you love your troops, and you give through cookies. And Miranda and the other entrepreneurs really made a difference uplifting our nation.
You've been a little active in the cookie sale thing the last couple of years. How have you done?
Pretty good, yeah. So
Pretty good,
sophomore year was my big year with the 5,020 boxes.
Okay.
And then since then it was about 3,000 a year. I was slowing down a little bit to focus on school. Slowing down a lot.
That's so you could graduate with all the A's, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And slowing down, when she's talking 2,000 boxes, an average for a Girl Scout is 329 boxes per girl. So she's kind of a little bit lapping everyone, but that 329 is number 3 in the nation. So all of our Girl Scouts are incredible entrepreneurs, and you all are incredible cookie buyers. And I just want to say real quick, when you buy a cookie from a Girl Scout, you're helping that Girl Scout right there, because 75% of the proceeds is helping her directly.
I was going to say, because you're using it for college.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
and how much were you able to save, if you don't mind?
I'm only paying $900 a year for Eastern because
you worked with the cookie sales to get there.
Yes.
900. Mom and Dad must be really pleased.
Oh,
yes.
very much so. Yes, so 50 cents for every box you buy for someone who is in the program to get money for college goes to college.
It does. And we're proud of that program, Kent. And $34,000 last year I wrote in scholarships for girls. So when you see
in our area,
$34,000 over the last 5 years, $300,000 we've distributed to local colleges.
Wow.
When you help an older girl, you're sending that girl to college. It's an incredible program.
That's terrific. So it's not just knocking on the door and all of that. You're learning some skills, aren't you? You're learning how to be a business person. And fortunately, these days, more and more girls, women, are becoming leaders in business. In fact, you were asked to do something this year, and what is it you're doing for Girl Scouts?
So this year I'm doing internal recruitment for Girl Scouts.
Okay.
So I pretty much just, whenever someone tries to register for Girl Scouts and gets stuck, I help them register, find troops for girls, do all that fun stuff.
Do you handle the troops out in Valley Ford?
I handle troops everywhere.
Okay, because I noticed one of my youngest granddaughters out there had Girl Scout stuff or brownie stuff, I think, at her age, because she's like 8, I guess. Is that brownies?
Yes.
I have to keep track, you know. It's been a few years since I was a brownie. Okay, Cub Scouts. But anyway, that's great. And are you having fun?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's super fun. It's a great environment to work in with all the staff members, and I love talking to our volunteers.
And I mean, what a better candidate to have come work for an organization as a distinguished graduate like Miranda. You mentioned it. They're on the front page. They're thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
That's Miranda Reed to a T. She's someone over her entrepreneur lifetime here, has been thinking outside the box, helping entrepreneurs on Monroe Road when we had the construction, helping our military.
Yes.
She was one of the first people when I was still in uniform to come up to me and said, hey, can you help advertise to our troops overseas? So she's always thinking outside the box, and now she's letting others know, if you want to come and be someone and become a leader like me, let's do this. And she's a great candidate.
Where's that coming from? Where inside is that coming from?
Definitely a lot from my parents, from them owning their own business have been a really big influence. And then Girl Scouts, honestly, from when I was younger, just selling cookies, and my mom would be with me every time, and we'd always come up with crazy ideas to sell more cookies, whether it's buying candy bars and saying, buy 5 boxes, get a candy bar, like, just crazy things like that.
Good.
And we would just sell cookies, and a lot of it has come through talking to people, interacting with people, learning those skills, really seeing that I can make a difference.
When is cookie season? Remind me.
Cookie seasons is next year. It starts in the February time frame, and then the booths actually happen in March and April. And 50%, we are the #1 girl-led business in the world. the #1 girl-led
That's
business
neat.
in the world, over $1 billion. And 50% of our Girl Scouts go on to be entrepreneurs and in business. It is part of our tradition. It's part of our DNA. And again, we appreciate all the patrons of Eastern Washington, Northern Idaho, because you come out for our girls.
Yes.
And that allows them to go to college. That allows them to have better programming.
Yes. Okay, so, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on the cookies just because we'll get to that at the right time, but I was pleased when I bought the cookies from you that I got an automatic reply that your parent had to check to make sure that it was okay to deliver. The safeguards are in that program now, aren't they? Yeah, which is really smart because we always worry about our kids. Sorry, you're always our kids, okay? I don't care how old you are. You're always our kids. But I like that. What can people give a couple reasons, Miranda, why people should encourage their daughters to be part of Girl Scouts? What are they going to get other than you as an example? I mean, a great example. But what can they expect to get out of that?
For sure, yeah. So Girl Scouts has given me so many opportunities, and I think that girls who start Girl Scouts, no matter what age they are, whether they start as daisies, kindergarten, or they start as freshmen in high school, there's a lot of opportunities, especially as we get older.
Yes.
So I met my best friend in Girl Scouts. So that's like one of the simplest things, but makes a huge difference in someone's life. And then going on to learning skills to interact with people, business skills, money management. A lot of it is also just perseverance.
Yes.
Just at the simplest form.
Yes.
Just dealing with people saying no to buying cookies.
Yeah.
Because I just recently have been working at the Spokane Indians as a food hawker. And so we get a lot of people who say no when I ask them if they want food, or I'm yelling, and they're like, stop yelling, even though that's the point of the job. But, you know, they're not always the happiest people. But Girl Scouts has taught me through the years how to deal with that and how to move past it. So it does really help in future jobs, and it creates a lot of skills that you may not have learned otherwise.
Wow.
You
Aren't
see,
you proud?
Distinguished graduate, right here.
Aren't you
I mean,
proud?
don't you want your daughter
And
to be
I'm
a
sure
future
Mom
Miranda?
is watching this morning.
She definitely is.
Yeah, Diane.
Good genes as well.
This is beautiful.
It is beautiful, and I'll just throw in another really cool thing that just happened here is the STEM Mobile. Since I last saw you, we just had our STEM Mobile funded. So what that is that's going to be a big van, and it's going to travel through Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho with $20,000 worth of experiments. It's going to roll up to schools and going to say, this is what science and engineering is all about.
Good.
And we find when we expose kids to STEM early ages, they're more likely to be scientists and engineers. And for Girl Scouts, who are very, very creative by their nature, 20 points more likely to be in the STEM field if we introduce it earlier. And that's the creativity we need to solve world problems. So huge shout out to SCL, Schweitzer Engineering, Itron, Avista, and Numerica.
We need to send our cameras.
Yep, who did that? We will. So they should roll out here. We're going to probably buy it from Wendell Ford here early January.
Okay.
So it should roll out sometime in the March-April timeframe.
But
it's going to serve all of rural Washington, and we appreciate that. And that's
neat.
Business folks, scientists, engineers. Girl Scouts has it going on. We're cool. We're trendy. Come check us out. This is the time to join. If you want to join Girl Scouts, just go to our website. www.gsewni.org, which is Girl Scouts Eastern Washington Northern Idaho.org, or just give us a call. Google us, call a number, and we'll sign you up on the spot.
Can you just say Girl Scouts Spokane and it will find you?
It'll find us right away. It'll find us
old guys.
And guess who you'll get to talk to?
All
You'll get to talk to Miranda.
All right. Well, let's do this. I want to see some more girls sign up because their future, our future, depends on it.
Oh, yes.
Miranda, thank you. Welcome aboard to being a host on Spokane Talks. Good to see you. Congratulations on your kid and what he's doing. And you've got another one.
Yep, he's a junior at the University of Virginia, and I really have 3,500 kids with these Girl Scouts. I'm actually going to go out and start a daisy troop. But I will tell you, I just met Maddie Lynn here recently. She was at that Indian game that we saw Miranda at.
Yes.
She's a daisy. I said, what'd you like doing this summer? I said, I like helping people. That's a Girl Scout. That's a daisy. We've got a bright future, Kent. Thank you for letting us showcase it.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks for watching today. We have another episode of Pulse coming up tomorrow on Spokane Talks. Have a great day, everybody.
Spokane is produced in Spokane, Washington by SpokaneTalksMedia.com, which is solely responsible for its content. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well-Dressed Walrus, and Spokane Firefighters Local 29. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or hear this program again on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com.